Greetings and salutations. I'm back once again. I think we're going to hold off on the next chalice dungeon up for the moment because we are going to go back to the base game. I want to at least get my saw cleaver up to +6. So let's go to the cathedral ward. There's a couple NPCs we can grab before we move on to the next area. We're now in the night cycle part of the game. Greetings and salutations. Thank you for joining me. Feel free to interact if you wish. So we're going to grab a couple of NPCs. Pardon me. And then we'll head on to the next area, try to get some twin bloodstone shards for the saw cleaver, because I do want it to be at least a +6 before we take on the next set of chalice dungeons. I don't plan on taking on the main boss of the Forbidden Woods quite yet. I just kind of want to go around and get some stuff done.
How did we ever get into this mess?
Lonely old deer's not doing so well.
Oh, brave hunter, you're alive. Thank you very much. The town is in disarray, but there are still people here. Together we await the help of the healing church. I cannot begin to express my gratitude to you. The only thing that I can offer is my own lowly blood, if it would suffice.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Yes, of course. Come in close. Now, take my blood.
Blood of Adela. Oh, it was at the very top. Blood taken from Adela, nun of the healing church. Restores an amount of HP, then continues to gradually restore HP for a short time. The healing church nuns are chosen for their merit as vessels for blood and groomed as blood saints. The mere chance of being treated with their blood lends legitimacy to the healing church and communion. That guy's little lamp has eyeballs on it now. That's because we've actually collected quite a bit of insight. Haven't spent any in a bit. The guy with the lantern, he also gets a new attack. Certain enemies get different attacks, new attacks, when you gain insight. We also see that with the night cycle, these giant churchmen are essentially in an idle state of some kind. And with the pardon me for a second. Okay, anyways. with the additional blood gems that we've collected, it's a testimony to how much more damage we do now. This weapon does about 354 AR, which is pretty dang good for this early in the game. Chalice dungeons are definitely worth it. There's of course some farming spots that we'll be going to near the end of the game that we'll be getting some blood gems for, farming blood gems so that it's easier to take on like depth 4 chalices. Here's the other side of that gate. Okay. Some poison knives.
Oh my, what a queer scent. But I'd take it over the stench of blood and beasts any day. What is it then? I'm off during hunts, so if that's what you're here for, I'll leave you to your own devices. If that doesn't do it, come back in the morning, darling.
I think any adult can probably conclude what type of woman is beyond this door.
Oh, thank goodness. You're a hunter, right? Might you know of a safe place? The night is long, and I've very little of the incense left. Please, there must be some nice place to run off to.
We're going to tell of Eden Chapel.
Oh, thank you, darling. Maybe I'll see you there.
Okay. And there's another NPC right here.
You're not from around here, are you? Well, an outsider who's come to join the hunt? What a pathetic idea. You what? What, you think I'm a beast? Well, maybe I think you're a beast. And step away from my castle. Oh, enough of you. What, you think this is funny? Well, I certainly don't, so be gone with you. I'll have nothing to do with your beast stunts. What's this two-bit nonsense you're peddling? I heard you told that wench about some shelter. Well, she's a damn fool to trust an outsider. No, why? Well, her sort's probably just fixing to feed some of your coin. All right. What crafty lies does the outsider have today? You think I'm an easy mark? Yeah? Well, give me your best shot.
So the thing about this NPC is that he does the opposite of where you send him to. And despite the fact that he's not the nicest guy in the world, we do want him alive. So we'll tell of Yosefka's clinic.
Yeah, sorry. Too sharp for that bollocks. I know a superstition when I hear one. Outsiders. Even their lies are predictable.
black church set. We'll take a look at this stuff here in a little bit. First and foremost, we've put ourselves into a rather rough situation. That was a brain sucker that we just killed, and it definitely helped out having a weapon with reach like that. So anyways, we picked up another hunter set. Attire of the Healing Church Hunters. The holy shawl, symbol of the Healing Church, flutters proudly on their backs. Most Healing Church Hunters are elementary doctors who understand the importance of early prevention of the scourge, achieved by disposing of victims and even potential victims before signs of sickness manifest themselves. Their black attire is synonymous with fear and that peculiar Yharnam madness. And then you have the surgical long gloves, white surgical gloves. The intricate embroidery weaves a spell that protects their wearer. The church engages in the hunt in a medical capacity. When a cancer is discovered, one must pinpoint its location, reach in, and wrench it from the host's bosom.
Help me! Please help!
As the night goes on of the hunt, a lot of the shut-ins begin to either transform themselves or become trapped with other denizens of their household who are transforming. Here's that brain sucker we killed. This variant doesn't wear the hood like that one that I killed earlier. And we see our friend Alfred again.
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest.
Pardon me. So, we now have a third topic to discuss.
Ah, there's something I want to tell you. A bit of wisdom from the eminent master Logarius. Once, a scholar betrayed his fellows at Bergenworth and brought forbidden blood back with him to Canehurst Castle. It was there that the first of the inhuman Vile Bloods was born. The Vile Bloods are fiendish creatures who threaten the purity of the Church's blood healing. The ruler of the Vile Bloods is still alive today. And so, to honor my master's wishes, I search for the path to Canehurst Castle. I bid you farewell. It has been a pleasure. May the good blood guide your way.
And of course, we'll be going to Canehurst ourselves. In fact, we might do it in this episode because, like I said, we're trying to collect fortification shards. Uno momento, need to cough again.
The password.
Fear of the old blood. Here's the Watchman, already dead. And you gain a madman's knowledge from it. Forbidden Woods. Pardon me, they cough again. We just need 2 more twin bloodstone shards, and then we should be able to just go ahead, start upgrading to +6 on our saw cleaver. Got a twin bloodstone shard. Oh yeah, and there's some keys we're gonna be picking up. This is movie trap. Sorry about that. More twin bloodstone shards. We want to collect as much as we can. Gotcha. Some more beast blood pellets.
You know not the value you possess. But more's the pity. The hours of the night are many, and the beasts more than I can count. A veritable hunt unending. Not even death offers solace, and the blood imbibes you. A most frightful fate. Oh my. But I'm willing to do you a kindness. Step lightly round to the right of the great cathedral and seek an ancient, shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength. Yes, I'm unquestionably certain.
We won't go that way quite yet. We could now, 100%, but I don't want to screw anything up, and I can't remember what the triggers are. Just screw it up. So we're going to push forward on in the church. So we got the white church set. Okay. These doctors are superior to the black preventative hunters and specialists in experimentally backed blood administration and the scourge of the beast. They believe that medicine is not a means of treatment, but rather a method for research, and that some knowledge can only be obtained by exposing oneself to sickness. We'll get that shiny here in a second. So here's another hunter's tool, the beast drawer. Still can't use it, arcane is not that high. One of the forbidden hunter tools made by irreverent Izzy. Borrow the strength of the terrible undead dark beast, if only for a moment, to blast surrounding foes back with the source of a roaring beast. The indescribable sound is broadcast with the caster's own vocal cords, which begs the question, what terrible things lurk deep within the frames of men? I can't wait for when olfactory sensors come out for games so that I can smell how disgusting everything in every game I play is. That'll get me more echoes. So this is the beginning of the area. Mostly went this way just to kind of take what I consider to be the easier way. That's a pit we'll be going into here in a minute. Pungent blood cocktail. Okay, so there we are. That's the beginning of the area. Killed these guys. like to collect everything. This is the trap. Ah, shit. Get ready to say, I don't think there's anything else in there. But just in case. I wanted to see if there was anything in there hidden from view. Alrighty, so let's push on towards the next part of the Forbidden Woods. Down the Oil River, which you probably notice that little icon that's underneath my health bar, right next to the Molotov, that triangle shape. It means we're in a flammable fuel source right now. Now you can also see how like this water looks rainbow colored. That's because it is oil and not water. Now, the cool part is that this is a shortcut. Ta-da! There's the hole. There's the river. All you have to do is come between these buildings. Turn left, and here you go. This takes you right back to where we just came from. Now this next section gets a little perilous. There's a cannon. Okay, now with all that dead, we want to take care of this guy as quick as possible. So the key is to just not stop moving. More beast blood pellets. And ta-da! That's another little shortcut you can take. Although this section is not that perilous to warrant having to go that route. Which when bloodies. Let's go through here. We want to kill that enemy as quick as we can. We have the get good. We have the get good noob sword, so that makes it super easy to do. a view thing, a few places to go, things to do, that kind of thing. We'll grab that item here in a minute. Got a poison knife. We're going to talk to our next NPC. As we can see, there are blood trails. There's a corpse. And here we see some bodies.
Whoa! Blimey, don't scare me like that. On a night like this, I took you for a monster. Oh, thank the stars, you're fairly normal. Was it you who put down that awful beast? Ooh, that thing had me trembling, frozen in my boots. And then you came along. Well, if you're a hunter, then would you know of any safe havens?
We're going to tell him of Yosefka's clinic. The truth about this man, I'm not going to reveal in this new game cycle. So.
Well, I'll be. Thank you. It's about time I made a move. I can't very well stay out on my own. Oh, you're giving me hope. Terribly kind of you. Take this. It's all I can offer as thanks. Thank you. It's about time I made a move. I can't very well stay out on my own.
With that done, there is an item over there we're going to get. And in order to get it, we simply need to drop down from this little cog thing here. And we have a very special firearm. The cannon. Large prototype firearms fashioned by the workshop heretics, the powder kegs. Use of this weapon is equivalent to toting a mounted cannon, complete with its ridiculous weight, staggering kick, and lavish use of quicksilver bullets into battle. Such a monstrosity was doomed from the start, and indeed its development was cut short. Yet, against impossibly gigantic foes, it might be just the thing. I used to use this a lot in PvP to punish healers. You can parry people that are healing, but when they back up and try to start using a vial, you just switch to this and just let her rip. It uses 12 quicksilver bullets in one go, so it's highly recommended only for use of people who are not going to be using that many quicksilver bullets to begin with. So arcane and blood-tinged characters, do not recommend. This thing has virtually no scaling in blood tinge, and it cannot be upgraded with blood gems. So, but like I said, in PvP, it's really good at punishing healers if you know when and how to use it. Madman's knowledge. Gotcha. I'm not terribly good at parrying these guys. We'll do some more thorough exploration of this area later. As for now, we're going to unlock a shortcut and go back to Hunter's Dream. We're going to go do a few odds and ends. Plus we have another NPC we can talk to.
face, are you? And an accomplished hunter, it would appear. I am Volta, Master of the League. Members of the League cleanse the streets of all the filth that's spread about during the hunt. Like any half-decent hunter ought to, you know? Haven't you seen enough of these wretched beasts? Freakish slugs and mad doctors. Sentence these fiends to death with the help of your League confederates. What do you say? Why not join the League? Yes, as a hunter well should. Commit this to heart. Our own Carol rune, symbol of the League. The night brims with defiled scum and is permeated by their rotten stench. Just think, now you're all set to hunt and kill to your heart's content. Hunt in cooperation with your fellows, your League confederates. Now, there is one thing you must know. By the oath of the League, those who bear its rune will see vermin. Vermin writhe deep within all filth and are the root of man's impurity. All vermin are to be crushed. The League exists to expunge all vermin, ridding us of any trace of human corruption. And so, until we are rid of all vermin, you must continue to hunt and kill. This bloody fate is ours alone. Do not expect the world to grasp our work. But remember, the Confederates will always have my blessing, and each other. Always. The League exists to expunge all vermin, ridding us of any trace of human corruption. And so, until we are rid of all vermin, you must continue to hunt and kill. This bloody fate is ours alone. Do not expect the world to grasp our work. But remember, the Confederates will always have my blessing, and each other. Always.
Let's head back to the dream. We've unlocked a very major shortcut to the next area. We have a pretty generous supply of bloodstone shards. And we have some things we want to do real quick. Some things I wish to show you. Plus, we also got a new Carol rune. It's our first Oath rune. Like this game's version of Covenants. The Carol rune that transcribes in human sounds. This rune, discovered inside the Forbidden Beast Eater, came to symbolize impurity and the Oath of the League. Confederates of the League cooperate with hunters from other worlds and hunt to discover vermin. Vermin writhe within filth and are the root of man's impurity. Crush all vermin without hesitation. We will be using it. See what we've picked up. Anything that's better than what we picked up in dungeons, which we'll probably be doing in a little bit. I don't see anything. Another viewer, greetings and salutations. Our church canceled service for sickness, so yeah, got some time. If you did not catch the stream last night, I ended up making a Depth 1 dungeon that had a labyrinth mole in it, which is an extremely rare enemy that only really appears in Depth 5 dungeons, so it was quite interesting. And in fact, I may just show that off here in a second, because it was actually on a layer 1 dungeon. But anyways.
Welcome home, good hunter.
Thank you.
What is it you desire?
I wish for levels, please.
Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
Upgrade our arcane a bit.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and put our flame sprayer on, which is a weapon that we can actually use now. Will be quite handy against a particular boss coming up. But we'll probably be before we ever take that boss on. We're going to run more Chalice dungeons because I love the weirdness of the dungeons. So let's go do some things. We told 2 people to come here, but there's only going to be 1 person that actually came to Yusefka's clinic. The other one we'll be running into at Odin Chapel. But let's talk to Yusefka and ask about how our refugee from Forbidden Woods is doing.
Oh, hello. You're all right. Very good. He's safe with me now. I presume you're to thank? The treatment is going well. Stabilized, for the most part. Fascinating, really. Here you are, as promised. Oh, thank goodness you came. Be a dear. Find me some more.
Well, that was all of the survivors that we could possibly find in this new game cycle. So we're going to take the opportunity to go ahead, collect some vials, collect some quicksilver bullets, just kind of do a little quick farming on our way to Odin Chapel. I mean, it never hurts. This area, especially once you get 3 gem slots on your weapon, super easy and super quick to farm. But we're not going to go through the whole entire thing. I'm just saying, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you've run out of vials and bullets and you're pretty late into the game, just do a couple runs of this area and you'll get it. See how Gilbert's doing.
Have I heard of Bergenworth? Afraid I can't say that I have. The locals aren't apt to share any local history. I'm afraid I may not be of help for much longer. I know nothing of a Bergenworth. And I'm afraid I may not be of help for much longer.
Alright, we'll leave Gilbert alone for a while. all good. It's always a good idea to send elevators back up. Especially because I remember a very common bug with this game before it was patched, where if you wanted to take on the Breaches, if you didn't send the elevator back up, it killed you in the boss fight. Well, unfortunately, you were not going to fight her ever again. The elevator was glitched, permanently stuck at the floor that her boss arena was found at. Because for whatever reason, the lever wouldn't work. But Javritas is a boss we will eventually fight. Go. Let's go to Odin Chapel. Oh wait, you know what? Before we do that, I want to put something in storage real quick. Eileen is skulking around here somewhere. She's her quest line we are finished with. Alright, so I think this should work, because I'd hate to waste an item. Where is Adela's blood? Oh, I can't put it in the inventory. Well, I guess we are going to have to use it. Let's see if we can find Gurman. I don't see any. There is the doll. We could probably gain another level.
Welcome home, good hunter.
We might as well use it if we can.
What is it you desire?
Level up, please.
Very well.
Oh no, we still need like 3,000. I wonder what we can buy from here. Oh, a short root chalice. We can go ahead and buy this. One of the root chalices that breaks various seals in the old labyrinth. The glass chalice, when full, is used in a short ritual to quickly create and join a chalice dungeon, not for use in a ritual using standard materials. Short rituals are conducted at the makeshift altar. I used to use this a lot to just randomly create chalice dungeon. That's a makeshift altar. So it is an online item, unfortunately, but whatever. So let's go to the Cathedral Ward. While we're here, we might actually go on to another area before we tackle any more chalice dungeons.
this is a safe place. Thank you. I'm in your debt. I'd like to tender my thanks, but I haven't much to offer. All I can give is my blood. But would you even take a whore's blood?
She said it, not me.
Oh, good. Come close, dear. Don't worry, this isn't the first time.
Alrighty. Blood of Ariana. Blood taken from Ariana, Cathedral Ward Woman of Pleasure. The sweet blood of Ariana restores HP and temporarily speeds stamina recovery. A member of the old healing church would know that her blood is similar indeed to precisely what was once forbidden.
Ah, you. The swindling off-comer. Did you really think that'd work? There's no fooling me. Now, off with you. You heard me. Go away. I can't stand the stench of your lying breath. I'll spare you one nugget of advice. Beware the Lady of the Night. I can see it in her eyes. She deeply resents the young saint. She hears people whisper. She knows what people think of her. Yes. She despises the saint for having what she doesn't. Bloody wench, they should have moved her on ages ago. I'll spare you one nugget of advice. Beware the blind man. There the beggar sits at the bottom of the bloody food chain, and then he's here acting like he owns the place. He's not to be trusted. What's he want with all those people anyway? That little weasel has a murky past, I'm telling you.
So the thing about this character is that he's completely incorrect in a lot of his assertions. That basically what he says, the opposite is true.
Oh, there you are. You're early, dear. Is anything the matter? You can always tell me. Mother will make everything better. What's wrong? Anything you'd like to tell me? Oh my, you poor thing. But don't you worry. This'll help you forget. Forget your troubles. Forget your cares.
Sedative. I believe that's the first one we've gotten. Yep. Liquid medicine concocted at Bergenworth. Calms the nerves. Those who delve into the arcane fall all too easily to madness, and thick human blood serves to calm the frayed nerves of these inquisitive minds. Naturally, this often leads to a reliance on blood ministration, which is interesting considering that Bergenworth has taught to fear the old blood.
Oh, the hunter. Alive and well at that. Another one you sent made it here safe and sound. This place is a haven now for so many. Thanks to you. I'm overjoyed, really, that you'd even give me the time of day. I don't suppose there's anybody out there worth saving anymore, but you did all you could. And so many owe you so much. Amazing, really. Not because you're a hunter, but because you're you. Oh, makes me think. Once dawn breaks, maybe I can just, start over. Makes it easier to bear all of this, you see. You've made life easier. Thank you. If you please, kind hunter, when the night of the hunt passes, suppose we could be friends? Maybe? Now, I know I hardly deserve it, but, well, I had to just ask, you know. Out of line. Yes, perhaps so. But, well, give it a thought. If you wouldn't mind, of course.
As we can see, this man is blind, and that's who that distrustful old man over there was talking about.
Once the night of the hunt passes, give it a thought.
Okay. This guy genuinely wants to help people. Now, we're going to go access... Ah, he decided to use his lantern. Nice. We're going to go access the side area. We're going to go to this area where we fought those two hunters on that one episode. We're going to make our way down to that shrouded church that's at the bottom of this hill. Closed. There we go.
Oh, Amygdala. Oh, Amygdala. Have mercy on the poor bastard.
I forgot to look at that key, by the way, that enabled us to even get here. That mysterious voice that gave us a particular stone. That is the tonsil stone, a lattice deformed rock, or perhaps a meteorite. Appears useless, but possesses some odd gravitational force that prevents its riddance. A dubious soul once said, "Step lightly round to the right of the great cathedral, and seek an ancient shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength." And so we are in the lecture building.
What a joy it is to behold the divine. It must be such a pleasure. You're in my debt, you know. You're nigh on a beast of the field. But here you are, treading a measure with the gods. Are your feet as fat as your wits? Oh, cease this dithering. Take the plunge. Throw yourself to the wolves. Are your feet as fat? Oh, cease it.
So, if that is a familiar voice to you, then congratulations, you've played Dark Souls and Demon Souls. We are in a very strange place indeed. Books and jars and bottles and equipment, apparatuses, apparati, if you will. A sludge-like enemy wearing scholarly clothes. Lecture theater key. Key to the lecture theater in the lecture building. Today, the two-story lecture building is adrift in the nightmare, but once it was a place of reflection, where scholars learned of history and archaeology. Perhaps it still is, as the students in the lecture theater appear to await the return of their professor. We are in the nightmare, totally unconnected with the rest of Yharnam. This is when we start to see the more Lovecraftian influence of this game. No longer are we in the more gothic, horror, Victorian style of world. We are now in a more Lovecraftian dreamlands sort of place. We also picked up student uniform. Uniform of the students of Bergenworth, a bygone institute of learning. This alternative lacks the thick cape. The Healing Church has its roots in Bergenworth and naturally borrows heavily from its uniform design. The focus not on knowledge or thought, but on pure pretension would surely bring Master Willem to despair, if only he knew. We also picked up this yesterday, and I never did talk about it, but sweaty clothes. Common Yharnam hat, common Yharnam clothing. Well worn and dipped with sweat and losing its shape. So, I forgot to talk about them because I was more interested in the bag man, the kidnapper that was right in front of us. We're going to do a little bit of exploring. This is a trap, as you can probably tell from that enemy there. We have a chest. Red jelly. Not going to be useful now, but material used in Holy Chalice ritual. Stillborn infants born of a creature of unknown origin, of the type found in some corners of the old labyrinth. Very gruesome bit of Chalice dungeon material. There's an upstairs, but it is quite cut off to us for now. We'll use the key. You're about to watch the frame rate dip. Have died. It's okay. This is not a terribly hard area. I got careless. We can easily get those echoes back. It helps we're also now in one of my favorite areas of the game. I love the nightmare areas. I've always been a fan of like the more dreamscapes of H.P. Lovecraft style of stuff. Got our echoes back. I want to put my lantern back on, get a little light. What do we have here? A chest. And one of the more useful of the hunter tools, the auger of Abritus. Can't use it yet. We need 4 more points in arcane, and then we can. Remnants of the Eldritch Truth encountered at Bergenworth use phantasms, the invertebrates known to be augurs of the Great Ones, to partially summon abandoned Abritus. The initial encounter marked the start of an inquiry into the cosmos from within the old labyrinth and led to the establishment of the choir. Phantasms, these slug-like creatures, we're going to be seeing a lot of them. They will be crawling on some of the environment. A lot of them will be hunter tools for the more arcane based stuff. These are very interesting pieces of the lore. Pardon me, I need to excuse myself for a moment. I am back. Of course, I wish to use these things once I get there, but we have regained our echoes. We have gained all the stuff that we could possibly grab in this part of the area. I'm pretty sure there's nothing over here. We'll double check. But no, there's nothing over here. With that, let us move on to the next area. One of my favorites in this game. What really made me fall in love with this game. And a lot of good memories tied up into this place. I used to do a lot of PvP here. This used to be one of the main PvP areas. Also did a lot of griefing. Because it turns out a lot of people don't want to PvP, but here we are, the Nightmare Frontier. Immediately, stones, headstones with bloody viscera, candles. These stones are stacked up, almost as little makeshift obelisks. Forgot about you. We'll be going there, but ship masts in the distance. A tower resting across a bridge. The place looks like it is merely floating in the sky. And the sky itself, very cloudy, very little sunlight, very gloomy. These silver beasts. Beasts that are bipedal, exposed rib cages, mouths that are turned vertically to their face. This is a spot I used to use all the time, ringing a sinister bell. Some more lead elixir. Crawling madnesses with elongated tails. They're more offensive, or defensive I should say, in comparison to their waking world counterparts. We're going to be using some of this lead elixir. More lead elixir. Come on, buddy. That's how you can easy mode these guys. The game gives you lead elixir. Use it. They do not respawn. I do wish to let the lead elixir wear off before I do anything else. There we are. across that gap, we grab the Fading Lake. This reduces fire damage, as opposed to the regular lake, which reduces physical. Massive headstones. Those guys can put forward a lot of lightning damage. Rapid poison buildup. And if you were playing online and you're looking for the bell ringing woman, ringing in the Sinister bell, this is where she is located. Some bolt paper. These guys can easily one-shot you with the boulders they throw. So just always constantly just keep moving. You don't have to technically fight them, any of them. Like, you can just blow through this area without fighting anybody. I just like to, because Zig give, for this stage of the game, they give quite a bit of blood echoes, especially if you had the moon and air runes equipped. Go here, and we have a shortcut back to the bonfire, or the lantern, I should say. This stage of the game, I mostly use Molotovs for killing crawling menaces that are running away. We see the spider, Patches, hanging out on the ledge over there. We'll go over there here in a little bit, but first... Oh no. Clockwise metamorphosis. Secret symbol left by Carol Runesmith of Bergenworth. The twisted cross means metamorphosis. Rotated clockwise, this rune boosts HP. The discovery of blood made their dream of evolution a reality. Metamorphosis and the excesses and deviation that followed were only the beginning. And so, if you have been foregoing HP like my character has been, that's a pretty decent rune to have. This way to witness a miracle. So I do find it interesting that he mentions the gift of the Godhead, considering that in Dark Souls, he is very much against clerics. Lead you back. There's the ball puncher's mark. There it is. That'll help. It's one of the more terrifying enemies at this stage of the game. We got the Messenger's Gift. This is the one that most people miss whenever they're trying to platinum the game. A strange gift from the messengers, inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters, used to envelop oneself in a black nightmarish mist, then transform into a messenger. The illusion is a parlor trick, and any large movement will break the spell. To preserve the guise, proceed very slowly. I would say at this stage, let's go back to the Hunter's Dream for a moment, so that we can replenish our supplies, and then we'll continue on. Plus, we have a rather obscene amount of blood echoes that I would absolutely hate to lose, because that enemy that induced frenzy, that took a large amount of HP away from me, that particular enemy is... It's very dangerous, and you can easily lose your echoes. It would be wise to go ahead and use our stuff. I don't think we picked up anything that was useful. Those winter lanterns also, we will be farming near the end of the game, so that we can enter into the Depth 4 dungeons and still do a reasonable amount of damage. Because they drop really good blood gems. Really good cursed blood gems. You just kind of have to farm for the right curse.
Welcome. What is... Very well, let... Hunters have a with of course I isn't. Hunters have with I farewell.
Okay. The cool part is now we can use some of the hunter tools that we have. Actually, we can use all of them. Now, the Augur of Abritus is more for like close-up encounters, and all hunter tools that are not consumables use quicksilver bullets. The Augur of Abritus uses merely one. Let's go back to the Nightmare Frontier for the Nightmare Headstone. What a very fun area. I love this area. And I've always imagined that this was the next progression because of the twin bloodstone shards we've been finding in this area. These guys can also drop blood gems themselves, and that's why I am going back and forth with making this a fire saw cleaver. Even though it will lose its physical damage, it will gain fire damage, which is really good. To not have to work, and it will outperform fire paper as we upgrade in blood gems and arcane. Arcane, we are aiming to get 40. stunning deep sea. A secret symbol left by Carol Runesmith of Bergenworth. This transcription of the Great One's inhuman voices depicts downreaching currents. This rune means deep sea and grants augmented resistance. Great volumes of water serve as a bulwark guarding sleep and an augur of the Eldritch truth. Overcome this hindrance and seek what is yours. These things drop thick, cold blood. I'm gonna die. I'm out of here. Here's another one of them. That's great. I hadn't been baited like that in quite a while. Fell for that one hook, line, and sinker. That really tickled me. That was great. See you later, alligator. Leave me alone, I'm just a little boy. Don't kill me, I'm just a little man. Alright, I'm not dying of poison, which is good. It's got my echoes. Got it. we got to use the flame sprayer a bit. And we got some bloodstone chugs, which are the next upgrade path. A solid chunk that forms in cold blood. After death, a substance in the blood hardens, and that which does not crystallize is called a bloodstone. A chunk will never appear in the blood of an ordinary human. Seek deadlier foes if bloodstone chunks are needed. Well, we got ourselves a comment. Uno momento. I'll check it out. So, we got something on the next upgrade path. At least I got to show off the flame sprayer a bit. Hi again, Timber. It sings. Now you can conceivably farm the winter lanterns in this area instead of going to the end of the game to do it. It's just that the run back is a little bit better. We're going to unlock the shortcut. That way, in case we die again, oh boy, speaking of which, thought we were going to die that time too. So there's this elevator. It's up here. Alright. So, my wife has made lunch, and I am going to get off. I will join you guys shortly again. As always, take care, God bless, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.